Hey guys, welcome to another video from Historic Militaria. As some of you who have watched some of my previous content may know, Mauser Broomhandles form an integral part of what content has been on this channel. So just taking a look at a relatively new acquisition. This is a standard, from the outside anyway, wartime commercial gun, and this would be in 7.63 Mauser, and this would be a World War I era manufactured gun. So during the height of World War I, you can tell by sort of more machining marks, some of the bluing finish is not quite as nice as you're going to see on pre-war or post-war guns, although this is still a very, very nice example with a good, clean bluing, not a lot of tool marks, a good looking gun. Externally, it looks very similar to all the other broom handles that you're going to look at from this time period. This is a small ring hammer gun with all the standard side markings, nothing amazing. Until you get here, one thing that's going to stand out is this mark here, which is actually a German Imperial acceptance mark. So this was accepted by the German Imperial Army as a military gun. And then when you actually look at the barrel flat here, you're going to notice these stamps here, which is WN and then an eagle and then a 16. So that is going to mark that as an Austrian used gun. So this gun went to Austria as part of a contract of apparently about 13,000 guns that were used by the Austrian forces in World War I. And it doesn't seem like they had a very high survival rate. You don't see a lot of Austrian marked guns these days. And oftentimes when you do, right up here, you will also see a second date. So this will be WN Austrian Eagle 16. You'll also see below it like WN Austrian Eagle 30 or 31 or 32. And that would be a year that they were reissued, sort of, I guess, in preparation for maybe a coming war. Maybe the Austrians felt they needed to do something. They kept them in storage and then they got them back out. You'll also see some of these that have been rechambered into a pretty mysterious 8.15 millimeter caliber, which is a subject of other videos that I've done and a lot of speculation. No one's really sure about them. But this is just a standard example of a standard production wartime commercial gun that went to Austrian service. You've got your standard 1,000 meter tangent sight with your nice fire bluing. You've got your short extractor with your nice fire bluing, standard chamber markings, standard serial number, and your Crown U firing proof, which they're all going to have. One thing I will note is the serial numbers on the Austrian guns are usually in the late 300,000 serial number range. So if you've got one that's about 375,000 to about 400,000, I'd say that's the general range you're going to see these in. There are outliers, but that's kind of a safe assumption where most that I have seen tend to fall. So this is 376,000, so right where you'd expect to see it as an Austrian gun. Again, this one did not see a lot of service, really nice bluing on it, all matched serial numbers. You've got your typical serial numbers, your stock channel cut for a stock. This one actually does have the matching stock. You've got your serial numbers repeated multiple times. And then you've got your NS for your new safety, which would be standard for these guns. So externally, a very typical Mauser Broomhandle of the time period, nothing amazing, but that WN mark, if you find one of those, you know you're looking at an Austrian World War I contract. And the number afterwards, so WN, Eagle, and then your 2-digit year. I've seen them from 16 and 17. This is a 1916, but again, you may see some 17s. I don't know that there's any difference in commonality of them, but otherwise it's a very standard gun. As always, thanks for watching, and if you enjoy broom handles, there's plenty more on this channel. So remember to like, subscribe, and if you've got one of these, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thanks a lot. Bye.